Hello everyone, I hope you are having a nice time and welcome to our channel. This is our first tutorial on what Blender is, how does it work. So let's jump onto about section of Blender. So Blender is a free and open source 3D computer graphics software that can be run on Windows, Macintosh, BSD, Linux and other applications. So it's used for creating animated films, visual effects, arts, 3D printed models, motion graphics, interactive 3D applications, virtual reality videos, and video games. So the author of this application is Ton Rosendahl. It's available in 36 languages. Mostly people use the English version of it. The developer is the Blender Foundation. It's a community, and the initial release date of Blender was 2nd January 1994, almost 30 years ago. The preview release is 4.2 on February 7, 2024, almost 4 months ago. And the size of the application is around 250 to 430 MBs. It depends on what operating system you use. So this was the about section. Let's go and check how we can download Blender and how to install it. So the first thing is that I have this page opened, but for you guys I'll do it again. So you can just go and type blender.org. We'll just go and click on download. When you click on download, here it says that download Blender 4.11. So it's around 327 MBs because I'm using Windows, so I have selected Windows. You can select other versions as well. It's installer, the portable version or Microsoft Store version, Macintosh, Linux, Steam and other things. So we have the Windows version. We'll just click download and it will be downloaded into our system. Okay, so we have the Blender file downloaded already on my PC, so it's here. So I'll just go and double click it to start the installation process. You click next, accept the terms of the license agreement. Next, you select your location in which drive do you want to install this version. Because I have already installed Blender 4 on my PC, so it's already there. Click next and install. So once the installation is complete, you just click on finish, go to your start menu and click on Blender 4.1. If you already have Blender installed in your computer and the settings you have made for your Blender, so you can easily load your setting, see what's new, the new options or sections added to the Blender. But I don't want to load any settings, so I'll just make it on my own. The language I choose is English. You have other languages as well. So it accepts Hindi, Persian, Arabic, German, Italian, any language that you want. We'll just have it English. What's the shortcut for this application should be called? So it's Blender. I don't want to make any changes. Select with left click or right click. If you are familiar with Blender, so you'll know that mostly in the tutorials and everywhere they showed that right click is for selection. So just I'll choose the right click for selection. For the spacebar, what does it do? So a spacebar, we select that mostly we'll need it for search option, because we don't need to go anywhere and check for the search option. So just we'll have the space bar for search. Here is the theme. You can make it Blender Dark. The standard theme selected for Blender is Blender Dark. You can have Blender Light. It shows how it will look. You can have Deep Gray. You can have Maya. You can have Minimal Dark, Moto, Print Friendly, whatever you want. So we'll just go with the Blender Dark and save new changes. So this is the splash screen that it shows on Blender when you anytime you open Blender. So you will see this splash screen or this screen. So if you don't want to see that, I'll show you how to deactivate it. So this is the new files. You want to work on general, 2D animation, sculpting, VFX, or video editing. You can open your file, last sessions that you have worked with. In getting started, it's manual, tutorial, support, and other things. You don't need these. So we'll just click on our screen. Normally when you open Blender, so you will have a camera, a light, and a cube. So it's the standard thing. And every tutorial you will see this, that they will tell you to just press the A key and delete everything. So you can delete it, you can make changes in your Blender file. So these are our toolbars. When we are in the object mode, we'll have the select box. It has some other options. It's tweak. Is used for selecting the objects, active objects, box selection, circle selection, or lasso selection tool. We'll have it described in our future tutorials. We have this cursor thing that wherever we click, our cursor will go there. So for example, if we click here and add a cube, it will add the cube there. If we click here, for example, add a UV sphere, it will add it there. So you can control on which area of your screen you want your mouse to be placed. So this is the move tool. You can just click and move your items X, Y, and Z. This is the X direction, this is the Z direction, and this is the Y direction. This is the rotate tool. You can rotate it X-wise, Z-wise, and Y-wise in anywhere or any angle that you want to rotate your item. This is for a scale tool. You can scale it to Y-axis, to X-axis, or to Z-axis. This is the transform tool that you can transform your object to anywhere you want. This is an annotation tool. For example, you want to work on a project or something, you just click, for example, you write here add box. Yep. So this is the measure tool. For example, you measure your the dimension of your material or your mesh that you have added. This is the add cube section. You can just simply add cubes here. For example, I want to have a cube like this. I want to have something like this. I want to have a cube or a pillar like this. So this is the add cube, add cone, cylinder, UV sphere, or ecosphere. So we'll get to it later on. In annotation, you have annotation line, polygon, or annotation eraser. You can simply delete the annotation that you have added to your screen. In the scale, we have a scale gauge. It shows you how you will have your mesh or item scaled. So yep, this is the toolbar. We have other toolbars when we go to the edit mode, and we'll describe each part when necessary in our future tutorials. So on the right side, this is the scene space. This is the properties space. So it shows that this is property. You can also make changes. For example, I want the timeline here, or I want the UV editor here, or I want the 3D viewport here, whatever you want. So we'll normally have the properties here. We have the outliner that shows all our layers, everything we have on our project. This is the 3D viewport. It shows all our items. We can also make changes. For example, if you want to have 2 pages or 2 screens, you can just simply drag from here. You can make changes. So, and if you want to merge these pages or these viewports again, just right click, join areas, right click, join areas, right click, join areas. So you'll have your skinnet on the standard format that it is. So we can use the zoom in and zoom out with a scroll wheel. If you want to rotate your screen, you can just simply click on the scroll wheel and rotate your screen or viewport. Right click is for the options, and left click is for selection of the item, the asset, the cube, whatever you have on your screen. This was the first tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed, and see you next time.